Let's fucking roll.
All right, everybody, welcome back to McBastards Studio. I'm Brad Banyas. You're listening to the SaltyMF GOAT Podcast. Today's edition is Salty's Live Music, and we just heard some incredible, this friggin' jam. Reminded me kind of Angus of AC/DC. Amazing guitarist, amazing singer. But before we start, I want to call out Angus White, the winner of naming the Salty Fuel Pod. It was the F-Chuck 10. So Angus, you're the man. Thanks for participating. We're all about our customers naming our own products. You don't fucking find that anywhere. But welcome, Nick, to the show. Nick, good to see you, brother.
Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm Nick. How you guys doing tonight? Hope you're feeling good. Glad to be here.
This guy freaking jams. When he first came in, you're like, shit, he's rocking, dude. He's rocking. So I mean,
I put it in there. Just put it out there, man. You know,
it was amazing, and you got into it. You're I know you might not like Angus or not, but I just remind me you're hopping around. I was like, holy shit, this is energy. I love it.
Yeah, man. Oh, I definitely listen to AC/DC.
Do you really?
So, oh yeah. My mom raised me on all the '60s, '70s, like classic rock. You know, the greats.
Yeah.
I won't name. You already know. But you know, all that stuff with the soul, man. Like that's just what speaks to me. Yeah. You know.
Well, your first song was just, I just felt it, man.
Yeah.
I just felt it. And so you and I were talking before because I hate when everybody puts so many, you're a musician, you play all kinds of genres, and I hate to put anybody in a genre, but the first song was kind of a rock, like reggae.
Yeah.
And it was just so, you talked about your mom influencing you. Were there other people that like kind of influenced your music career, or you're just getting into because some people like their parents are musicians, they kind of follow in their footsteps.
Right.
So what was the story there?
Man, I had an older sister and an older brother, and they played guitar, but that's it. They didn't like write. They just just picked up some riffs and stuff. So at a young age, I was like, man, I really like music. I like the Korn posters on the wall and the Black Sabbath and all this. So how do I do that? And so at 11, man, I got a guitar, and I literally just sat for hours and just made noise. I didn't try to play songs.
Yeah.
I just went meow, meow, like a cat or something,
Yeah.
And doing that for a couple years, I just got really comfortable making sound.
Yeah.
I didn't even think it was music. I was just playing around making noise. And so that's kind of how it started, was with guitar. And then from there, dude, like I literally graduated high school, no plans, no goals. I just wanted to play music. Some random dude met me, introduced me to another guy, and this guy who is now my landlord, David Stanley, he basically said, hey man, I want to take you under my wing. Let's build a band. Let's start gigging. Let's start playing. You got something. I don't know what it is, but you got something. Let's do it. Yeah. So I was like, all right. I was 18. So I was like, sure, man. I didn't even write anything yet.
Yeah.
I just played guitar. So that's kind of how it started. Got into a band, and then the band was Graham's Number, and we literally we were just a live band. For like 2 years, 3 years, and we just gigged, and that was kind of how I started doing music, man.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome. We believed in you, and you're definitely something. I mean, your talent, your guitar skills are amazing. Your voice is amazing.
Sweet.
I mean, I know that you also, you like many of us. I've got 4 kids too. You kind of started a family, and kind of put that forward and first, which is kudos to you, and it's an honorable thing to do.
Yeah, it was weird. I graduated. I did music from like 2010 to 2014, and I just focused hard on it. And then we got to a certain point, and then everyone just kind of said, hey, this is too hard, man. I just want to go hang out and play guitar. Like they didn't want to do the work.
Yeah.
It's kind of what it felt like. We just got burnt out. And so we kind of just separated, man. And I took it really hard. So I was like, you know what? I don't believe in whatever. I ain't doing music. I ain't whatever. I just kind of I'm going to go do me. Yeah. So I got a job. I had kids, did my thing. And, music just kind of stayed there on the back burner, though. Yeah. Like people would call me, hey, man, where are you gigging? I'm like, dude, I haven't gigged in like 7 years. Yeah. Like, what are you talking about? So stuff like that made me feel like, dude, you got to do it.
Yeah.
You got to do it.
And it's in you. I mean, it's in you. I mean, you can just tell when you're playing. I mean, you're just totally in your world and doing your thing. And it was just, it was incredible. The audience will get to hear it after. But, I mean, it was just, you're an entertainer, man, too.
Yeah.
Just watching you. I mean, this guy's like the friggin' energy bunny on crack.
Man,
I mean, he's
so
because he walks in and he's calm. His demeanor's really calm. And he started kicking. I was like, damn, yeah, let's go. Let's fuck. And all the ADD crew here, the spectrum is what we call ourselves.
Yeah.
Is like, Holy shit, man. It was fun to watch.
That's so cool to hear, dude.
Yeah.
Because it's been a long time since I've done this. And, you know, it's just crazy because like I put it on the back burner. I didn't want to do music for a while. And in 2019, right when COVID happened, right? When that happened, I was like, something happened in me.
Yeah.
And I was like, I got to do music again. Went online and I found Atlanta Institute of Music and Media. They had cut their prices for online classes.
Yeah.
So I jumped on it, man. I was working 40, 50 hours a week, coming home, drinking coffee at 9 o'clock at night, staying up till 2, getting up at 5:30 just to like do school and figure out how to make music. So all the tracks you heard, you know, were me sitting in my studio. I did the drums, the bass, the guitar, did the vocals, wrote it, recorded it, mixed it, mastered it, put it into Ableton, did all the, like basically setting it up to play with. And then I just tried it out like 2 weeks ago. Yeah. So this is like my second time, like even setting up all of that craziness. And
well, I mean, you're like,
so it's like
literally a one-man band just fucking cranking, like just cranking. I mean, to me, that's, you know, you've seen me now in the studio for about an hour and you look at me walking around like you do it, fiddling with stuff and whatever. I mean, it's amazing to me how you can focus on that many things across that many instruments and just produce what you produced.
It is.
It's amazing.
My wife doesn't think I'm capable of walking and talking on the phone at the same time. So for her to hear like she was like, well, okay, all right. Like,
fix the cabinets.
Your brain works.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. No, but you know, I really appreciate that because it's been a long time coming.
Yeah.
Like it's been a dream of mine since I was a kid. Like everyone I've met who had like the parents with the studio and like the musician's room type thing, and they could record. And I was like, I want that so bad. Finally at like 30 something years old, I'm 34, you know, and just like 30, when I was 32, 33, like I got my own studio, like my own space and could cultivate what I hear in my head for the first time.
Yeah. Well,
so I just going for it.
Well, you're there, man. I mean, the cool thing about it is, you know, thank you for Lucy for introducing you to us because she sent me like you were playing somewhere. It was recently, I don't know what it was, Swanee.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh yeah. He's awesome. Get him on here. That's amazing, man. So, I mean, I think music never leaves you, right? I mean,
exactly.
You have it in you, and even though you're not performing or out, you're definitely a performer. So
Thanks,
I can see why, you know, your early age, you're doing gigs. You're saying gig.
Yeah, dude, we play like 180 plus shows a year for a couple years. We were busy.
Yeah, don't let him fool you.
I got practice.
That corporate job didn't ruin him. I'll tell you that. It just fueled him. It just fueled him. Gave him the fuel, man.
It just you know cut my knuckles up. You know? I got but it's cool.
Well, I mean, so what do you want to do like now? I mean, you want to get back out, obviously playing and let people hear music because his songs are amazing. And I think Evergreen was your first song you ever wrote,
First song I ever wrote, yeah. I wrote that when I was 16. It was actually the first time I attempted to write because everyone was like, hey, you should write music, you know, and you should sing. And I was like, yeah. So I just sat out, was looking at the stars, and I just tried for the first time to like let the song come to me instead of like playing it and trying to just jam something out because that's one way. I literally just sat there and just closed my eyes, looked up, closed my eyes, looked up. It was just zoning out in the stars. And then this song came to me word for word, the melody, everything. Like, just like exactly how you heard the first 2 minutes of it. And then over the years, I made it like rocky and like more bluesy and more like live show friendly. Yeah. But the first part of it, I kept true to what it was. Just acoustic kind of vibe and just singer-songwriter. And that kind of showed me there's something bigger than me that I don't even understand still. Like I have like an idea. I'm here to do something. There's a gift to give with music. There's a way to influence people with music in a positive way, right? I know that, but I don't know how I'm going to do it. I just know I want to be a part of that. Yeah. You know?
I mean, I think that's how you do it, right?
Yeah. I mean, jump in.
Yeah. You and I were talking outside and you were like, well, what the hell? What do y'all do? Like, why do you do this? And
right.
It really was just kind of like, screw it, let's do it. Like there wasn't a marketing plan or like, I never, no offense, Joe Rogan. I never listened to a Joe Rogan podcast or any of that shit. Like, and we just, we just wanted people to tell their story, right? Who are you? What are you doing? Totally. What's your passion? You know, and a lot of that in the world, I think, is missed because there's a lot of noise that people don't really listen to, the story behind the individual.
No, exactly. It's very much formulaic, commercial, kind of saturated world where, I feel like a lot of music I hear is like, I don't know, like prepackaged emotion, like a cheap value meal version of a song or something. You know,
I met Susie in the grocery store.
Like there's people writing songs literally like using algorithms for like, oh, what's the topic of the week or the month? What's the most used word this week? And then write a song about it.
Absolutely.
I just write from the heart, man, you know? And the things that I write about, I feel like, again, I don't even necessarily, I can't tell you I write for this because of this and this. It's bigger than me. It's something that I feel like I'm meant to do, and I'm just doing it. And it feels like every time I play, I get positivity, and it's just like, I just want to keep that going, you know? And the main thing for me is with my music, what I want to do is I want to like use music for the power of change and influencing people in a positive way. That's not like a lot of music today where it's inflating your ego or creating
or demonic
or creating creating
it's,
like a material, like kind of like it feels like it's trying to take what music could be and turn it into a very like plastic thing when it's way more than just this like, I don't know, influencing people to want to be like, oh, I'm an ego, like I'm so hard. I used to go to school, a lot of people like you'd step on their shoe and they'd punch you. It's like, hey man, whoa, like you know,
hey man,
I want music
take
to
a break, bro.
Like,
namaste.
Yeah, namaste, man. You know, it's like Bob Marley was somebody that comes to mind who I feel like he was on a path that music and what he was doing and how he presented his soul, his absolute being in the moment. That's what music's about.
Absolutely.
You know? And it touches people in different ways, more than I could ever express in words. But that's kind of what I feel like I'm on the path for. And I've turned my back on it for a while. And I'm like, no, dude, no. Like, I got to do this.
It comes back. I mean, I think that's where you kind of, you know, the hardest thing in life is really trying, you know, people try hard to be something or present something that they're really not, right? Because they think that's what they're supposed to do, right? It's not that they're doing it, you know, maliciously. They just feel like, hey, this is what I'm supposed to be, right? You know, Dad was an attorney, I got to be an attorney,
exactly,
right? That kind of stuff. And I think, I think it's God's blessing when you can really decide and you really start to know like who you are and what you are. And in that process, you may lose some friends. you lose some friends, you lose some, you know, family members that are like, what the hell, this guy's going off the deep end, you know? Because it's so, maybe there were pieces of you when you were younger that people, oh, that makes sense. But then when you truly become, you know, you kind of follow that, you know, that universal kind of pull, right? You just kind of, shit, I'm gonna walk this way, man. You know. And I'm happy to see you walking that way again, because you know it's like this is the, I mean, I do other stuff. Obviously, I'm not a professional podcaster. I know you thought I was. I know you thought I was, but really not. You know, it's just, this is my favorite thing to do. Is to sit across and have just a conversation and learn about people, and you know, we get. The greatest part of this is sitting here watching you perform before, because I sit back in the corner and just like, it's just like, wow, man, this is really cool.
And soak it up, and it's an intimate experience, you know, meeting artists in like a very, you know, different setting.
And we're, you know, it's funny because we talk to a lot of athletes and business people, entrepreneurs. It's not the podcast is not all music. You know, so it's just it's a gift, man, to be able to sit here and like just hear people's story.
Absolutely.
So
it's cool, man.
So what, ultimately, you've said what you want to do, and you know, but from a music career, like, do you you know, I know that most musicians that we talk to, literally, you know, independence and going, they've got jobs, man, they've got family, they've got life, they got a lot going on.
And I've climbed the corporate ladder for the past 10 years doing that. So I mean, really, I'd like to gig full time and produce my own music, gig, tour, you know, be a part of like different organizations and raise money for different things that people need help with and raise awareness on. I just want to throw myself out there and just play as much as I can. One thing that really took me back was at Sewanee, we had some random person come up, and it was because of the song Evergreen. Some guy way off in the distance, and I was just told this, but he came up and he was crying, and he said, "Who do you know that guy? Please tell him he changed my life."
That's awesome.
That is what I play for. I don't even know what I did. I don't even know how or what, but you know what? That's what music is to me.
Absolutely.
You know? And it just keeps me going.
It's your passion. I mean, it's, you know, it comes out in the song, right? And it's you.
Right.
It's from you. And I think when you share your soul, and music is about sharing your soul, right? sharing what you are, that people feel, I think people feel that music is a great medium to do that. And I think that's why when people are, I guess you're talking about making it plastic or making it kind of commercial, you know, that's why we got so interested in, that's why it's called Salty's Live Music. We got so interested in just the feel of a concert or an event and the people jumping around and the artists jumping around and just the raw emotions. Like there's nothing like that. It's like a sporting events do that too. You know, when people are cheering, whatever. So you get that kind of feel at a sporting event or a concert, but it's just like,
there's an energy
all the
there.
humanness, man. It's just coming together. Everyone's just like, yeah, brother. And I just, we want to hear that. I say music is universal. We had Batu on from Turkey. Batu, you're still rocking it, bro. You're unbelievable. Man. And it was just like, you know, you're somebody from across the world.
Yeah, man. Dude. Yeah.
But when they sing, and even he was singing in Turkey, which I don't know Turkish. I don't know what the hell he's saying, but you still kind of got like
get a feeling.
You feel like, dude, I feel you, brother.
Yeah, dude, his song's been stuck in my head actually. Yeah.
He's amazing. I mean, we've had so many amazing people on that just you know, part of this process is just we want to help them get noticed, help them have someone hear them, you know. And that's the last guy on, Joe Sanger, was here. You were talking about your time lapse from when you kind of got back in and like, hey, I'm really doing it.
Yeah.
Well, he released an album after 30 years that was lost. Wow. And him and his brother did it. It was called Leaf. It's amazing if you check that out. But same thing. Like he still played music, but I mean, here's something in the album when he released the album when he sent it, I was like, dude, this sounds like it didn't age.
Yeah, it's like it's still relevant. It still sounds great.
Yeah, it was killer.
That's awesome.
It was amazing, man.
That's inspiring.
Well, what kind of things? I mean, obviously you're a local guy from Marietta, right?
Yeah. I'm just starting back out, man. Just starting back out. So we've got some stuff in the works, and right now I'm trying to build a website, get on Spotify, get some music released. So as of right now, you can find me on Facebook. Yeah. So you can look up the Facebook group NIC, Nick, and we've got all the events on there. And then also Band Groupeez.
Band Groupeez.
You can find me on Band
Shameless
Groupeez.
Plug.
Check us out. And, support Band Groupeez. It's a new thing to help, everyone connect in the music scene, promoters, venues, artists, like groupies, fans, you name it. Yeah. And I think it's a beautiful idea. I really am glad to be a part of it. So
thank you.
It's cool jumping on in the beginning.
Yeah, no, we appreciate it.
Yeah, man. And it's just cool, my experiences so far, thanks to Lucy, she's gotten me here. So, and a lot of opportunities in the past, she's introduced me to Paul Rogers. I got to open for him a few times.
That's amazing.
Insane was like, highlight of my life. I was like young 20-something-year-old, Paul Rogers, what, huh? Yeah. So it was really cool. I got open for him in Sunfest in 2012 in Florida. It was insane. Like the fact that I was on that stage and then he's playing after me and then his like Incubus is over there. I was like, hold on a minute. Is this real? Is this real? Yeah. So, and that was a really big show. It was a good experience. And, I just, from that point on to now, I learned a lot and I have a lot of love for music scene and the experience. And I just want to jump right in, man, and go for it.
Well, the maturation process is too, I think, you're now a seasoned musician. You would call yourself a seasoned musician.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm
a little sloppy, energetic dude, but you know what? I can play.
Yeah, I'd rather have energy because that's what's going to pull. That's going to pull the crowd.
Right.
Wait till you see Nick. He's got plenty of energy. But like
I was holding back today.
Yeah, we had a band in from New Jersey, Ultraviolet. Call out to Ultraviolet.
Yeah,
and they're from like 16, 17, and 18.
Okay. And
they brought their whole set in. They came down from Jersey, and like I was just sitting there, I was like, holy shit. Like I'm not, no offense, you're still young. Everyone's a kid to me when you're my age, but you're like, wow.
Right.
Like
that's
wow.
Young.
Yeah, that's young, you know? And I mean, just imagine what they'll be in 10 years.
Exactly.
And
dude, oh man.
It's crazy to
There's so much talent in the world these days. It's mind blowing.
It is mine. And that's why I tell people out there that, are listening to this show and Salty's Live Music specifically. I mean, there's so many great artists locally. Take a listen to them. I know everyone hears, everybody, no offense to all the people on there, Post Malone, all these guys. Yeah, they're great musicians, all that good stuff.
Right.
But there's so many people just local that, go drink a beer and hang out and be like, wow.
Exactly.
And follow people like Nick. Follow him. I mean, follow him wherever he's at, specifically on Band Groupeez.
Yeah.
But, shameless plug. What an asshole. It's our studio. It's our
right.
studio.
Hey, McBastards Studio.
We're gonna do the McBastards record label. We need your help though, because
dude,
we don't know how to mix anything.
Dude, let's
have a drink.
I just finished school for music production. That's also a little bit of part of my history. That's how I got able to do what I'm doing. I used to just be a guitarist, dude, and like I would hire bands and like try to give my ideas, and it's like that's a beautiful thing, But it for me, it didn't get all of the ideas that I had.
Yeah.
So it's just crazy going to school, be able to actually do all of that, And then people were like, "Oh, don't do that. You just need to be guitar." Like literally, I had so many people tell me, "Just focus on, just be the musician, man." But I was like, "But technology can let me do more."
Absolutely.
So let me try it. So
You're
that's
proof.
Yeah,
You're proof
man. Yeah, it is, and I appreciate that, man, because I saw people do it, and I'm like, I want to give it a shot. So I'll put it all in, and I actually graduated with a 4.0, man. I'm very proud of myself.
I believe you can tell you're a smart guy. Great musician, great dad, great family guy, but now he's a producer. Oh,
yeah,
by the way,
hey, dude.
What is today? It's like November 21st. The McBastards record label has been formed as officially right now.
What?
Here we go. Let's go.
Are you serious? Let's do it. Let's go.
Absolutely. Now we found our guy.
I'm actually available. So.
Yeah, I'm gonna ADD and walk around like I'm not a good manager, so you got free will, dude. You can do whatever you want. Free reign. Go for it.
That's awesome, man. That is funny. I actually, I wasn't even gonna talk about this, but since we're talking about it, I'll just say it because it's kind of funny and it's part of my story, right?
Yeah.
So, for the longest time, I've been doing low voltage work, and I just got to a point where it pays the bills, but I had some money in my savings, and after doing this show this past 2 weeks and kind of trying my crazy little setup out, I just woke up one day and was like, you know what? I'm going to take a couple months off. I want to focus on me.
Yeah.
I want to hang out with my kids. I want to record music. Yeah, it's going to hurt because I take out of my savings, right? But I think I need to do this. So I literally just say, hey, I'm done. Told the company I was with, hey, I'm out. I'm good. I need to focus on me and I just had a funeral, so I was going out of town, had a lot of stuff. I was like, you know what? Let me do this. And it just felt right. It's crazy taking a leap of faith like that. But my goal is by January to have something else lined up and a new way for me to live. You know?
Yeah, absolutely.
So
and I think also though, like people say that like you should always invest in yourself. Right.
Yes.
I mean, your best investment, you get these stock guys call me, I got a great deal on Wall Street. And okay, dude. I mean, we're going to invest our money in ourselves because I mean, you are the asset.
Absolutely.
And people miss that. And, you never don't invest in yourself. I mean, whatever it is, you got some money, put aside, you invest in something that you want to do. And that's hard for people to do it because back to that, what about your IRA? Oh, okay. Well, what about it?
Yep, exactly.
It's been like this recently it's been like this. Let's hope it starts going like this, right? But
I know, man.
It's I'm super proud of you. I'm super psyched.
Thanks, Brad.
To be involved in your career and try to get this thing going because you are amazing. I'm excited to see what now that you're really back at it, like what you can do.
Right. Yeah. Me too, man. Like the songs I recorded too were like songs I had written and played like years and years ago. I have new stuff. So I'm excited to share some crazy,
to me, it was new.
Progressive. Well, I mean, I guess it's new to you. That's true. That's true.
I've never heard.
What are you talking about, man? It's like but I'm excited to share, like, kind of push the boundaries of what I hear and can do, and techniques and all that,
So what about Namaste? So tell me about why that song. What can you do that? Do you want to do it?
Yeah. I mean, no worries. That was actually, it's really interesting because Namaste, I wrote on a loop pedal and I just basically just kind of looped over myself and did the bass and whatever and wrote it. And it was my first try of like, I liked Bob Marley. I liked reggae music. I never played reggae music. I just kind of was like, I just knew that it made people dance. Yeah. So when I started like writing music for a band that's going to play live, I was like, I got to find something to make people move. Yeah. Like reggae is just check it. Everyone's moving. Hey. So reggae actually happened because of its simplicity and because it felt good to do barely anything. Just played like 2 chords and a little simple bass line, and everyone's dancing. So I was like, you know what? Let's do that. And Namaste was just like I'm gonna give it a shot. I love Sublime, you know, 311s,
Oh, yeah.
Slightly Stupid, you know, bands like that. So I just was like, man, let me just try it. And I just did it. And ironically, everybody that knew me from the band back in the day, like that's the song they know.
Yeah.
Like you go to a show, they're like, Namaste.
Yeah.
And I didn't like have a reason to write it. Someone told me a joke that was like, what did the hippie say when you told him to get off the couch? I was like, Namaste, man. And so I was like, let me just write a song. Ooh, hey, Namaste. It just, I don't know, it was a silly thing. And then it turned into kind of like, I don't know, again, something bigger than me, something more than me. And then the next thing you know, I'm singing and lyrics coming out and I have a 5.5 minute prog rock reggae song. And I was like, let's roll with it, man.
That's
so,
awesome.
Yeah.
I love it. I love that song.
Dude, awesome.
You know, S.A. from 311 was on. We had him on the podcast.
What?
Yeah.
Dude, that's so cool.
Yeah, it was with
That's
Gina
true.
Boykin at Live Music Junkies.
Woohoo.
But S.A., thank you. They were on tour with their recent tour here in Atlanta. So S.A. joined us remote.
That's crazy.
But
okay.
yeah. You recently had a happy birthday. You had a
Yeah.
birthday recently. But yeah, that was
Nice.
so it's pretty cool.
Happy
I mean,
birthday,
it's
man.
things like this. I mean, we like you said, dogs in a pylon. We like so we're like people are like, well, how the hell are you getting these? I'm like, I don't know, man. We're just
Right.
kind of like, you know, I think it's a feel good thing that where I think we're doing it for the right reason.
Exactly.
You know? We're not like
Yeah.
not monetizing anything at this point. And I
Right.
think it's just kind of like, hey man, let's have some play some cool tunes and chill, you know,
Have some
chill
good
out.
conversation.
Have a Miller
talk
Lite.
about stuff. Get to
Miller
the
Lite, not yet quite a sponsor of the McBastards Studio, but if you'd like to, give us a call. So,
Ooh, hey.
so, yeah, it's great to hear it's like the bands that influenced you, because a lot of your mom's bands that you were talking about,
Yeah,
you know,
yep.
Black Sabbath, previous, then Ozzy. You know, we just
The Doors.
I just grew the Doors. I mean, my kid loves the Doors. Mikey loves the Doors. He would definitely be a good Doors knockoff band. So
Oh yeah, dude.
with Jim Morrison, he's got that kind of Jim Morrison look. But
Dude, I love it.
I mean, it's
love
just
it.
well, music is such an awesome thing, and that's why we're really excited to be involved in it. With even though we're not musicians, but listeners are what musicians need, right? Per Joe
Exactly.
Sanger. So
Exactly, man. And more cool people to help promote local music.
yeah.
That's
Yeah,
awesome,
it's
man.
when we
Like,
start getting into this, like we couldn't really, like, there weren't a lot of people doing it. There weren't a lot of companies doing it. There
Right.
weren't a lot of, and it was funny because I can't mention who it is, but it's someone pretty big in Nashville, and we ran into him at like a licensing show, and I went up and I said, yeah, you know, we're getting ready to do this thing. And whenever the guy's like, oh, that's awesome. We want to be invited. It's a known like entity. So I
Yeah,
won't
dude,
call you.
okay,
I won't call you guys out.
well, good luck, man.
They're like, well, what's the name of your company? I'm like, SaltyMF Enterprises. Like, ooh, you know, we're like old school. We can't. So that was
with
before
that.
Band Groupeez. So I could have told them Band Groupeez, and they would. Then they were probably, oh, that's cool. Then they find out, wait, you guys have a McBastards Studio. It's SaltyMF. What's the MF mean? Well, it's not male, female, gender. It's not neutral gender neutral. So, but anyways, well, maybe they'll come back around.
Yeah,
Maybe
dude.
they'll come back around. But
Absolutely.
it's
Best
just
of
been
luck.
it's been a shit ton of fun, and we're getting started. We're babies. So.
Yeah, exactly, man. Well, you know what? Me too. Me
Yeah,
too.
we're
I know I've played a lot and I have experience from years ago, but I mean, this is my second time doing this, and it's like I literally felt like I pressed pause when I was like 20 something, and then like time went by and I went dormant, and then I was like, play.
Yeah.
Here I am.
Yeah, but you know, you take that time off, and you really, you know, your passion will always find you again.
Totally.
You know,
Totally.
it'll always come back around, no matter what that is.
Absolutely.
And, you know, I found when I was younger, I was an athlete, and had no intention, and I had kids coaching at all. And I was out there one day, and one of my kids' coaches, he's kind of an ass, and I was like, this guy doesn't know what he's doing, you know. And he finally gave me, he goes, you know what? You're gonna run your mouth. You do it.
Right.
You do it. You do it. If you
Yeah,
think you can
yeah.
do it, and I give credit to him, so because he was right, you know, and that passion, even though you're not an athlete anymore, now you can pass that knowledge on. So
Totally.
it kind of came back to me later in life, which was cool.
Yeah.
It
Huh.
was cool. Amazing. 22 years. I know I don't look an age over 25, but yeah, that was a long time ago. So
I still
but-
get carded, man. I'm like,
Yeah.
what? Really? It's because I shaved.
Yeah.
You know, if I have the beard and I have the hat on, look like a construction worker, nobody will ever think I'm young.
Yeah.
But take the hat off, shave. Like, hey, you're 19, right?
Yeah,
No.
absolutely. No, I never would have thought you're in your 30s. Like I never would have thought that. But that's a good thing to have. When you're old like me, you know, you wish you looked like you wish you were getting carded.
Yeah.
I was buying beer when I was like 13 because I was 6'1" when I was 13, and that's harder to buy beer now at 55 than it was when I was 13 years old.
Wow, dude.
So
that's crazy.
Times have changed, you know.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Well, I hope you've enjoyed this because we've it's been amazing for us. I know our crew, Open Heart Media, our crew that does our production are amazing. Give them kudos, even though they're a pain in the ass sometimes. They're amazing. They do a really good job. So without them, we wouldn't be here. So anything you want to tell like your fans, and now that you're back, I'm sure a lot of people are going to be excited. You want to tell them anything before?
Yeah. Actually, I just started some social media pages. So you know, I'm still brand new. So I wanted everyone to be able to see where I'm at. Follow me, Band Groupeez, as well as I got the Instagram. If you look up NIC Music, the number 4 and the letter U, NIC Music, NIC Music for you. And then TikTok at NIC Sand. So if you want to come check me out, I'll be putting up videos and, you know, kind of behind the scenes, me making music and kind of just like letting people see what I'm doing, man. And the goal is to start gigging as much as I can. So stay up to date. Come see the Energizer Bunny.
Yeah. Dude, this guy, I gotta get ready. I don't know, get your caffeine, whatever it is that gets you fuel, because this guy's gonna have you dancing.
Dude, I'm going crazy.
He's just. I mean, I'm telling you, AC/DC Angus. I saw it at first. I mean, he's singing fine, and then he just starts ripping, man. And he's like, "Yeah, this guy, holy shit, I love it." I love it, man. Well, I love it. I know you'll be a success. You already are a success, and that's a good thing in life, right? It's not. But hopefully, we can be part of the rebirth and the.
Hey man, I would love nothing more than that. Man. I really appreciate you guys having me on.
Absolutely, we're gonna walk into the water together. They're gonna dip us all. We're gonna come out revived and just kick some ass. Yeah, kick some ass.
I like it,
dude. I like I said, I'm grateful for you to be on our show. Thank you for your support with Band Groupeez. You know, thank you for your comments about what we're doing with local music and live music venues. I mean, it's the coolest thing I've done in my life, and it's not just, you know, it's just fun. It's just genuine, and meeting people like you that are just, you know, good people and just talented dudes. It's been fun, man. It's been
fun journey, man. That's so cool. Yeah. That's beautiful.
You heard it, NIC Nick, baby. Check him out. Check his socials out. Follow him on Band Groupeez if you want to. You know, we're in this for the long run. This is not a hobby for us. We believe in independent musicians, local live venues that support them. Yeah. And we're on the cause, and we're gonna make some damn dents in the world. So, ladies and gentlemen, Nick, wait to hear his songs after. He's a man, a good dude. But until next time, Salty Nation, let's go.